So, hi everyone. Today we are discussing a semi-formal letter. In this semi-formal letter, we are writing a letter to neighbors. So the topic is about parking problems. You share a parking area with several neighbors and have recently started having problems. Write a letter to be copied to all neighbors that share the parking area. So we have 3 bullet points. Number one, what the problems are. Problems, it means minimum 2 problems you have to say. Since when it started. So when the problem started, you have to mention. How do you think this can be solved? You please suggest a solution for this problem. So this is what the question it is a semi-formal letter because you are writing to those people who you know and you know the people in person, but you have to write the letters to them. So this is the thing. I stay in 11B, so you have to say even if you are they are your neighbors, you have to introduce yourself. Who are you? Here I am not telling. Okay, here just 1 minute. I stay in 11B. So here I am not telling the name. My name is John because I can say my name is John. It would be a repetition if I do it here because I'm stating this particular thing here. John is mentioned at last. So I don't need to repeat the particular address there. So that's why I'm telling the house number or something, another identity instead of stating the name because you are giving your own identity at last. John. I stay in 11B and I'm writing this letter to notify you some issues which I have observed in the underground parking space of our apartment recently. So you can say, you can see that the thing is that the reason for writing this letter is to bring your attention, is to notify you, is to intimate you, to bring to your notice, to 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 drag your attention to, okay, to so that's why we have written in alternatively to notify you. So that's why here we have written letter to be copied to all neighbors. So this is a notification. So you are going to give this notice to every neighbor. So to notify you some issues, it means more than one issue, which I have observed in the underground parking space of our apartment recently. So this is the thing. So the reason for my letter is given. Who are you? It is clearly given. So the first paragraph is clear. What is the purpose of the writing and who you are? It's clear. Now, what the problems are. So I have 2 problems. The first problem is there in the first particular paragraph. The first problem is the undisciplined parking habit. We don't have the discipline in the parking habit. As per the norms of the residential authority, we have some rules and regulations. Every family has their own parking space. Yes. However, these days people are seen parking their cars as per their own convenience. You can say people are parking the space in as per their own convenience. My parking slot is 3B. So undisciplined parking habit is number 1. My parking slot is 3B near the rail lift. So it is near the rail lift. Where is my parking slot? It is 3B. And the next problem I found is that some are using, yeah, it's not by slot, it is my slot. My slot as a space to keep the movable goods. So many often I had to look for alternate space of parking because of this thing, because goods are there, I had to look for other spaces there. I had not observed these issues until the end of last month. It started when the trading enterprises have rented the topmost floor for their employees. The trading enterprises, they have rented the topmost floor for their employees. This is when the problem started. When it started the problem, so it's clearly mentioned. So how do you think this can be solved? The only effective solution before me is to seek your support to arrange an emergency meeting, including members of all the families, and make an appropriate decision to solve these issues. So I don't have any other option. I cannot individually make a decision, so I need to seek your support to hold a particular meeting, including every member of the families, so that we can make an appropriate decision. And that's why I'm writing this letter. I look forward your sincere cooperation on this matter. Okay, and your sincerely, John. So this is what the letter is. So this is a formal letter. This is a semi-formal letter. Dear neighbors, that's why I have written yours sincerely. Okay, so I can replace this particular word because I have a word sincere there already. So I have to look for an alternative. I look forward um, yeah, that's it. Your cooperation on this matter. Yours sincerely, John. So I think that's enough. I think it would be better if I go ahead with another closing sentence, so we can see that later. Okay, for the time being, I am just satisfied with this particular letter. So from the very beginning, it's ordered, the purpose, who are you, number one, first problem, number two, second problem, when the problem started, the solution to. So everything is written. And the closing sentence, I need to look for an alternative if it is possible, or else it's satisfactory, no issues. Yours sincerely, John. So that's the end of this particular explanation.